This is what you've been waiting for. This is Counter-Strike at its best. ENCE to start on the defense. Vitality on the attack. Apex calling the shots. Let's see how this pistol transpires.
Set up early. Yeah, this is quick. Not taking their time with this one. You two already in the air. The attack going to come out through Palace. Flashes at the ready. NertZ and maden to be tested.
maden, no vision. NertZ unrevealed. They're looking for him. So many bodies on that site already. maden rocked, but NertZ, he's already here. Apex puts him back on the floor. A one-on-one exchange, and ooh, ZywOo finishes off the job. Long range on the glass. Can't find Pius. And the 3-on-3. Already Magisk occupies CT. They need to take this territory back, but they have to get through the Dane. Oh! Snaps into them! And Magisk leaves with 3! Vitality start as they mean to go on.
And look how calm Magisk is right there. Not overcommitting to fights. That right there is experience. A 4-time major winner for you on the pistol round. That's one way to steady the campaign here for Vitality.
Oh.
Beautiful shots.
Disgusting onto Snappi. ZywOo happy with that one. And look at Zonic as well. He's been here so many times, and yet still you can see that adrenaline pumping, coursing through his veins. As look at this, already intentions off of the rib. ENCE, they're not going to go quietly into our second round.
Very telling here of an A split. You can see the mid players already gravitating towards this connector smoke. Spinx and Magisk at the ready on the extremity with the bomb on the back. So a lot of B splits yesterday out of Vitality on this very map. They can quickly chop and change as nades will land. The pole of D-Hut chunk down low. 6 points a half as the scout will land a tag.
You don't look at the damage. Vitality already bleeding out. Hemorrhaging health. Maybe maden's D could be poised for success, now obscured by the smoke. They are in this mid-split through to A, and D is the first to fall, but an aggression out of maden. He pushes the smoke and only leaves with 1. Sure, that scout tag, it's promising, and yeah, NertZ has managed to profit. And on the way back in, more damage inflicted, still quite difficult to find a way in unless Pius. Oh! Flames gets the better of him! Hard shot to hit. 60 miles an hour on the SMG into CT.
Yeah, that right there is a scope player's worst nightmare. Back turn, not looking at you, having to take the shot, but this is just damage now in Spinx. Be careful about this one. NertZ is lurking in the water here, hoping to find a bit more damage, hoping to take something away, but Vitality, they've found the path of least resistance and a 2-0 conversion out the gates.
Now, we've cast some ENCE and Vitality over the years, and one of the moments that stands out to me is Snappi shouting Lotan's name, Gelati, Gelati, Gelati. There's a history between them. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, used to be the star of this ENCE roster. I don't think Snappi can get the better of him with the banter. Might have to yell over 10,000 people here today. But there's definitely something to prove for both of these teams here, going toe-to-toe. It's been some time, and I guess Spinx made the right choice winning a major trophy.
Well, no doubt. 1,000 meters, mate. It all makes sense.
They aren't using the freedom units around here. Chance for a tussle early. Again, Vitality with quite a direct plan as Apex is the feeler. Out towards middle, looking for some resistance. He's going to find it. NertZ falls. Apex has been in great form on the stage.
Yeah, his performance yesterday was stunning, and a big contribution into how they converted cleanly, and cleanly they will. Straight into A, Spinx gets them both on the Galil.
Important round here to settle in some of the wobbles for Vitality. ENCE pushed them in the previous 2. They had to eke their way out. It was a bit stressful. This is one where you can calm the comms. You're still going to be intense. It's a stage match. It's a semi-final. But rounds like this, where you can waltz on through, keep all 5 alive, that right there is going to make Zonic and Apex extremely happy. Now with ENCE, straight through to the semi-final, had to take down Heroic. Way Snappi framed it at the time to get 2 shots at a semi. Well, you made it there in number 1 now. You've got to show up in your first appearance in the Lanxess, right? You can't start slow. They picked Mirage into you. This is a map that they played 4 times throughout the tournament thus far, Vitality. The only team they lost to was G2 on it. And 2 of the matches were extremely dominant performances. So you can understand exactly why Vitality want to pick this. And there you see the 3-0 start, nice and clean.
He wants to see some magic. Well, so far, so good. Both Spinx and Magisk yet to fall, yet to concede a death, and we'll see how long that goes on for, but in terms of your stars starting strong, dreamy. I'm seeing a brief pause. Got to have everything just right in an environment like this. We often don't take the time to discuss it, but communication and the speed by which you can be articulating the enemy's position, I mean, it's a huge part of competitive Counter-Strike, building that mental image that you're all aware of, tracking and filling the gaps constantly.
At this level of CS, the mechanics, you know, unless you're an absolute freak, they start to cap out, right? Whereas communication and some of the factors that we don't get to see or hear play a huge role. And I was talking about the stress in the comms in a previous type of round with Vitality, and now they got a calm one against the Eco. I think Mr. Lepinen is in the building here today. Shout out to Natu, watching his team.
It would suit you. It would suit you for sure. But yes, Mr. Natu Lepinen, I saw him around.
All right, well, it looks like we've come to the conclusion here of our technical timeout. Let's get things back underway. NertZ's mic issue sorted, and this is going to be the temperature check of this map. First gun round, ENCE in, Sampaius with the AWP, plenty of util, guns are out, kit in play, and the opening pick for Sampaius. Perfect work, Magisk falls.
He manufactured a gap, and Magisk, yeah, concedes his opening, or first opening death. Sampaius on the move, maden. Does have a smoke on his belt, but not in a position to deploy it. Apex
has good support. Sampaius is here, and NertZ isn't too far away either.
Do they commit on this? Smokes are up. They're on a timing now, and Sampaius, he's poised, ready to strike. With back, it's turned. Maden unloads its magazine. Limited bullets now. He's only got one left. Onto the USP, but NertZ is there in support. And all five alive.
That's the temperature check we were looking for, right? It doesn't have to be a brawly round, doesn't have to be scrimmy, but the fact that ENCE are able to keep five alive, this is great for their campaign early here on the CT side of things. Vitality will be able to buy back by virtue of their opening three, but this is that gap you were talking about. Very common play, right? Drop the molly through, the smoke lands from the insta window, you're able to avoid any gaps. Actually, you're able to force some gaps, avoid the smoke. No Zywoo or Pier going into round number 5. There it is again. This time, no window smoke being deployed from Vitality. They're going to come out mid-dry. They're calling their bluff. Whoa. This is huge from Apex.
Apex is just charging. Look at that. They were caught off guard on the first jiggle. NertZ screaming. Already action middle.
Giving up connector here. They can't get this back.
He is forcing gaps. And NertZ trying to take a chance. Edging his way through the smoke at Apex.
Look at this.
He's still going. He is still going. Dan Magisk Claire doesn't care as he's calling jungle clear, window clear. He is going to be a real problem. He is the spanner in the works of this machine for ENCE's defense.
The question right now is this unknown trap on the A site. Will Snappi go undetected here? Maden's job from Ticket to try and lure them in. Vitality is still taking their time to piece this one together. Aware now of the jungle and window presence. And without that vent broken,
super well drilled, and I'm sure D is going to be looking the wrong way. Apex, another one. This is all him so far. His legs exposed between the smokes.
Don't forget about
maybe
Snappi.
Maden could do some more. Will they overlook him? Marco Pfeiffer. He's going to strike into the first. And aware of Spinx's location in the Palace position. One already has slipped the net. And with 30 seconds pressure applied to the T side, they do need to get that bomb down. Loose for now. That Spinx caught out. Sampaius caught by Flamesy. But he has to get that bomb. Time becomes his greatest adversary because Snappi can play it. Will he retrieve it? Piecing it together, Flames. On the big stage, gets the info onto Snappi. Can he hold his nerve? The young gun versus the old master. Up and over! No! Flames gets another chance! Will we see Snappi with 3? ENCE! And their leader finding 2 consecutive after all of that hard work from Apex.
And that's what I said. I saw him just hiding in the site, in the back of the site with the silence M4. You can't overlook Snappi. Doesn't have to move. The kills come to him and huge impact. That is going to build the confidence here for ENCE early. Your leader, hey, we all remember a Snappi 30. Imagine a Snappi 30 right here in the Lanxess. This is an in-game leader with pop-off potential. Doesn't happen all the time, doesn't need to. But when it does, it's a bloody blessing for ENCE. And that's a huge one-on-one to win against a nervous Flamesy. Yesterday, we saw some shaky in his aim, right? This is him, a young kid on this big stage. It's not going to be easy in moments like that to keep your nerves cool.
Have our Veto locked in as well. Nuke our second, and if we need it, Vertigo. Oh, and Flames. Whoa, what a snappy adjustment into his fellow countrymen.
Yeah, didn't like how last round felt, did he? That's some attitude from Flamesy. That's what you need to see here.
He would look like he was caught off guard, but adjusts his mechanics, bail him out.
Ooh, this is very telling.
Most definitely. Snappi, though. That smoke will be disrespected. Spinx already pokes his nose out and into... Whoa, no! ZywOo's head! A miscommunication, a misjudgment. Now it's falling apart. Flames can claw it back, but it's Snappi with the multi. He's in the right place at the right time, and now Apex, he's got plenty of time, but no way he gets out of this one, I say. And Snappi confirms it. Back-to-back triple kills. He had 0 prior, now leaving with 6. And Vitality, they've been humbled.
I'll have to take a bit of a save here, but I want to sing the praises of Apex early. We saw this yesterday, taking a lot of big plays and taking a lot of duels that during the group stage, he first of all didn't have to, and second of all, if he was in the position, wasn't converting them. Apex looks like a new player in this environment. When the pressure is there, when the moment is there, he's taking these gambles, he's taking these risks that you need to make on the stage, because the question isn't about making, the decisions that you, like, when we get to this level of Counter-Strike, the good players stop making the same decision they make from day to day.
Right.
The pressure comes in the arena. They wait a little bit longer. They don't go for that push. They don't go for the peak. The opposite seems true for somebody like Apex right now.
Right, would you say that there is kind of a predetermined understanding of the best play, but that changes on the stage?
But definitely so, because you're wondering, are people willing to take those type of risks? In Counter-Strike, we talk about minimizing mistakes. Sure, that's one part of it. But it's about when knowing to take that chance, when to attempt to manifest greatness. And with players who are able to pull that off, that is the difference maker between a good and a great Counter-Strike player. This lighter investment here from Vitality. Scout, couple of D-Eagles. Still quite deadly. Diha and NertZ in combination to deal with this, and Diha just waltzes out. Magisk loses his dome. Just going to make mincemeat of them here. Line them up with the AWP. A whole lot of chunk damage done. And swatting them away like flies. So ENCE looking to pick up 4 consecutive rounds here. Bit of a statement early on in the CT side. I think one of the keys as well that you can note with their celebrations after some of these round victories is they're not going nuts. They're not going crazy. They're keeping it contained. They're keeping their focus. They're keeping their poise. Still the very early stages here. So as we were into action, a first timeout to be called by Zonic, coach of Vitality. What does Owner Pixel do into the next generation?
I know.
He can't be trusted, can he?
And why is he not here? Huh? Counter-Strike fans are something special.
What's the timeout going to bring for Vitality here? No AWP available for ZywOo yet. Opting to get this done with 5 rifles. He doesn't need it. Ooh,
hello.
Yep. Comms right now for Vitality. A bit of a mess. A double window smoke.
And a team kill in the previous. Are we seeing some cracks begin to show in this Vitality fortress? ZywOo, though, doesn't think so. Well managed with Flames out mid. An early biff leaves us in a bit of an equilibrium. Sunpius's AWP has been prominent. And it's still present. Maden, tucked in. That's the duel Apex was looking for, and just through the corner. Maden lives on, it hit his face. And they're chasing him down. Flames first in, no surprises, and it's Apex good for it.
AWP's here, though.
He needs to hit. Oh! Flames smashes it with the AK. And Diha, they know where you play. Should be nothing for him to contribute into this one, so we will tie things up neat and tidy.
I'm curious as well, when I look at the stats for this Vitality roster throughout IEM Cologne with Flamesy. They've played it, I mentioned earlier, 4 times on Mirage. ZywOo is their highest rated player, but Flamesy's just behind him. And if you want to put your new star, your new player in a comfort map, he's already shown proficiency in it.
That quarterfinal, Chad, how many times did we see Flames going off of a single flash and making space?
Like, yeah, Apex was able to set him up for success, and he delivered, right? He had the experience behind him. He was nurtured and put in position to flourish, and they're using him very well, but he's not even been put in a lot of these CT side Flamesy style positions. We'll see when we flick on over, he's holding B with Spinx. Traditionally, a player like this, you'd like to have him over towards connector or short, fighting towards different key positions. He's the guy with ants in the pants. He doesn't want to sit still. He loves to keep moving, but still young and can be molded into an absolute monster here.
I think that's the most exciting thing for me, seeing Flamesy's addition to Vitality, is you know that he's got so many more years ahead of him. And now he's in this environment. He's playing with ZywOo, he's playing with Zonic as a coach. I mean, they are truly going to mold this already sharp tool into something I can't even fathom. Very promising. And already on the big stage, he's playing his own way, comfortable in their quarterfinal. Here in the semis, we will remain, or it remains, to be seen.
A bit more aggressive here. They fought mid last time. This time they're AWPs there. Sampayas to take down Spinx. He's found him in back-to-back rounds. Last round, Spinx trying to lurk out via apartments. This time, Sampayas is in middle.
And he's allowed to get away. Smokes himself out and remains posted.
But this is a good sign. You want your AWP on the CT side to keep moving in different setups, different positions. Spawn for Palace, taking the peak, fighting middle. He's found a lot of impact so far, Sampayas.
And he is so undeniably an AWPer.
And this is what I was talking to Snappi. He said to me that Sampayas is a player who he believes gets a buff when he plays on the stage.
Ooh, NertZ, he gets info, doesn't want to play with his food, but Sampayas has gotten away with murder. Flamesy's gone, ZywOo's hunting for him, should and does connect. But Snappi, wielding an AWP, feels the feed, Magisk goes walkabouts, and Maden from CT connects. Now ZywOo's only found one, there's still 4 remaining in our 9th round of play. Now let's watch the Maestro play.
Needs to be very careful here. There's so much information, and he's actually been pinned down. 29 seconds left. I'm not sure he's getting away with this one.
I don't think so. Just looking to preserve the most expensive gun in the game, and it's ripped out of his hands. And using that gun to great success was Sampayas. Another high-impact round from him early doors. But they remain composed. ENCE 5, Vitality 4. We'll see this one again from Sampayas. Now that was the first onto Spinx, but the fact he gets more, NertZ sets him up for success. Eyes are drawn, comms are con, and then he hits that one. Snappi revealed the double AWP, it's maintained. Keeping it very dynamic here, ENCE, and Vitality, they're not going to go quietly into this round of 2 rifles. Make it 1. Sampayas again with an opening. He's racking them up here. Occupying middle. ZywOo put all his pennies into this AK-47, and they're trying to set him up for success. He spotted the thigh of Deha, manages the spray, some damage inflicted, but NertZ responds in kind. Nade looks good, evaded, down, and still kicking. ZywOo, 30 HP. Someone else has to be hitting some shots. Yeah, Sampayas isn't far off. They're looking to extend their lead on this defense. Oh, Magisk causing problems for them. Now Flames can profit from it. He's rocking in a roll in. No armor on that AK, but it doesn't matter. Now Sampayas has let one go. They don't have the bomb, but they have the sight. What happens next?
They've got so much space here. ZywOo's got plenty of time to pick this one up. He's been tasked with scooping up the C4. Sampayas passive, Deha low, and Snappi can't contribute right here, right now. This is an opportunity for Vitality with a number advantage to get this bomb down, and a double AWP retake. This isn't going to be easy for ENCE.
Smoke's fading. Smoke is fading! Snappi, patience prevails! 3 on 3, safe plant now. Oh, yeah, safe. Deha, not going to be comfortable on the retake.
Not going to clear!
Not going to clear. Spinx out, should be traded somehow, but no. Now Sampayas in a 1 versus 3, he can't. And he won't. Does he leave with the AWP? Full team effort across the board. I think Magisk, Deeg, perhaps the difference maker. This new look Vitality as well in terms of the contributions. Everyone pulls their weight. No ZywOo needed, no Apex needed in this conversion.
And just a note here, this is the type of round that Vitality was using yesterday against Cloud9. They'd have a couple of upgrades, they'd have a few pistols, and they make a round like this work. So it's actually becoming a bit of a trait here with this team. And that shows you the belief of Apex in his players, right? He's happy to get the AKs in their hands, and they're happy to just get Magisk hitting some banger deagle shots like this. But you saw how they swarmed onto the site and how dicey it became. Snappi with his best contribution that he could possibly find, but not ready for this. Spinx getting the better of him here, and that's essentially the round done and dusted. But that is, I would say, the first bad round for ENCE in this game so far. They had a lot of advantages there. It all came down to that connector fight. You felt they should have been better for it than what was dealt their way. Now Money starting to get light on. Conversation to be had with Saw. A lot of credit from his team, from his players towards this coach's contributions. They will be able to afford themselves a buy here with this retained AWP for Sampayas. They have some issues in the util department, which means we're likely to see one of two plays. ENCE a little bit more aggressive out the gates with an all-in gambit. Do we want to jump underpass? Do we want to push B out? Do we want to go aggressive A ramp? Something along those lines. Or do we sit back in more passive retake setups, allow Vitality to use their util and hope that they try and end this round late? Because right now the disparity, it's going to come down to the util of Vitality being able to push the defense of ENCE where they'd like them.
Already Flames. Seems like he's on a course, and a collision course at that, for this fight. NertZ has been having a couple of tough fights. But his responsibility, Diha, he's not smoked off yet, but that's inbound.
You see how Vitality, big gap here.
That's
a very bad smoke. I don't think they're aware of the gap. They got no idea.
Oh no, punished for their negligence. Re-smoke will fix it, but damage is done, and he's nearly finding Apex on that spray through the smoke. Diha, a big find to open up ENCE's campaign for round 11. And this round has a different flavor.
Diha's shooting over. They'll have three on the site.
Yeah, wide from Magisk, they're committing. Diha spotted, but Snappi's the first to strike. It slows them down. Do you really want to jump in? Oh, Snappi! He gets Apex as well. He's done so much, but still they're hitting shots. It's NertZ that sweeps him under the rug to confirm it.
And still contained in terms of the celebrations, the excitement. That's a big round. Snappi with another huge contribution. Right now, ENCE, it's quite clear the idea is to make sure that the energy is conserved, right? They want to make sure that they're using it in these right moments.
Conserved's a good word, but also consistent. You know, there's that contrast that can be seen where if you start strong and it's all sunshine and shouting, you start noticing the absence of it.
I'm curious to see what happens when we get closer to round number 15 here, but this window molly that ENCE are throwing to deny the smoke, it's actually costing them control towards mid, and Vitality are taking advantage of that here. Contact out towards A, spotted on the jump. Issues now for Maden, he's the only one home.
There's so much, they have to react. A whole team coming your way. Sampayas gets one, but Spinx long range! Oh! On the deagle! Ridiculous! Can Maden hold on? Is Spinx really got any more in that hand cannon? Two is more than enough. Magisk thinks as he catches Snappi.
Not ready for Zywoo.
And upon the fade, Maden's dead! Spinx, let me see that one again.
That's 2 rounds now. Vitality, these weaker buys, these lighter buys, the individuals with the Deegs, lighten up that A site.
And it's the Israeli action. NertZ even complimenting Spinx for the shot, but you know that one will give you a tut of the tongue.
We had it from Sampayas' POV, right? He gets that first kill, so here's the trade. Instant, Sampayas just made that shot, and the second, the Deagle's doing all the damage in this one, and that's keeping Vitality in touch and distance of the lead here. They could break ENCE late, and that's exactly what has unfolded here with the finances. Because of these streaky rounds, we've been back and forth now for 6 consecutive rounds. Neither team being able to break stride, break serve. And ENCE, they're the ones now limping for the final few rounds here of their CT side. This really sucks for ENCE. You're only going to get 1,900 into the next, 2,400 after that. It's a miserable way to try and finish off this CT side that has had legs.
Yeah, you got 5 rifles with belt loops full of util, and you're defending your honor with sidearms and a single rifle. Lucky to have a nade to your name. But they do have a deagle. Can NertZ bring the pain? Coming, Flash is strong. NertZ's vision's restored. Maden's not though. NertZ has got one. But into the site they come. Hard to defend now. Sunpire's perhaps planning something upon the fade of the smoke, hoping to be overlooked. And he does make his move. Oh! One to the head of Spinx. Things will calm. Smokes will fade. Bomb not in a hurry to be planted. And this is a gap D is hoping to profit from, but they're wise to his tricks. And they cut noise. Snappi investigating. And then the friction's found. Apex builds the round. Molly forces Diha forward. Quiet start for the pole. Against three, they plant open though. He was overlooked and now he says play on. A clutch taking shape until Magisk confirms. A 7th round for Vitality and they put it all in. All into that one and it comes down to that, a 1v2 eventually.
Moments there, they made that one harder than I'm sure Vitality were hoping for. But he's back in the building, everyone. Good to see he still comes out for the Counter-Strike. Doesn't answer my prayers these days, but we got Zeus in the mix here, everybody. Sunpire's with a bit of a cheeky investment. A couple of flashes on NertZ and Co to set them up over towards window, but this should be a farming fest as Spinx. He's hungry. Apex and ZywOo also get to contribute here, and it's just 2 to find. Here's the Zeus. Ah!
There was the Zeus. A valid investment.
And that's going to be 8. Vitality now, they've won the half, their map choice. Going to be very happy with how things have unfolded here today. And they know, considering the finances, the loss bonuses, what was possible for ENCE, it's still going to be a buy that's rough around the edges. A Sunpire's AWP, well, maybe it might be Glass Cannon. You know, what could really be unveiled on the other side of the server? So some unknowns here for Vitality, but we can see ENCE a little bit lighter on. Not a single defuse kit in the mix here. So problems if we get into the post plant for round 15. I feel they have to fight for some territory here.
Sunpire's is exactly what he intends to do. Deep smoke, it will be an indicator that that's his current position. Spinx, he's early to try and show presence. Interesting combination of util as well. So the B players, they aren't uncertain as to what's coming their way. Maden, he's gotten away with a frag onto Magisk.
Important.
Very important, but they've overlooked another. Diha's death. Hard to stomach, as that felt like Maden had given them a real leg up in the round, but it's immediately flattened back to a 4-on-4.
That A-round smoke's going to have a gap under the right of it here if Apex wants to investigate. Can also just wait it out. Plenty of time available. The forward pressure of Sunpire and NertZ right now is the difference maker.
Oh, Maden communicating. Aware of what's in store, goes wide, and it's a one and done. Oh, but Sunpire's caught out Spinx through mid. Can NertZ do anything more? ZywOo doesn't seem to think so. And Snappi left in the clutch. He's had one already in this first half of our semi-final, but a tall order. And ZywOo still in the server, through the smoke, Spinx prevails. Vitality posting 9. To Amiga 6, we swap sides as ENCE look to secure a few more, a pistol compulsory when we return.
is your calling.
Intel Extreme Masters Cologne 2023. Lanxess, you enjoying yourselves? First half of play, and again, Vitality, a full team effort. This is something we're really starting to learn to appreciate from new look Vitality. No one dragging behind, no one pulling the rest, kicking and screaming. This is a full team effort, and it's netted them 9. As we come into the second pistol, Vitality, will they leave with both in our first map of this semi-final?
Lots of teams here with a similar lean on the pistol. Round 3 starting over towards the second letter of the alphabet for Vitality. Magisk, the solo defender, and actually hyper-aggressive. Through jungle, over stairs, onto Tetris, and continuing to push forward here. So, an extremely aggressive position taken from the Dane. ZywOo gets the first exchange top mid, and Sampaius, no opening for him this time round.
He dared to re-peek ZywOo.
That's his first opening death.
Yeah, and ZywOo, he will start to reposition. Fired off the warning shot, doesn't deter maden. Ahead of the smoke, Magisk checked out, he's ready to fight out. Snappi chased down, but maden, he's behind you. Oh yes, he finds it in the end on the Glock.
3-on-3, kit in play and a smoke.
They're coming fast. Maden's still smoked off, it will fade though, know where he was. They're not clearing his corners, Apex mad about that one. Kit on Flamesy, needed the frag, gets it done. Now both cowering behind the default box. This gets uncomfortable. NertZ and Diha need to strike in unison, and they will, as ENCE even the odds.
Splitting pistols, but still going through the motions here, keeping it contained. Vitality have looked a bit more fired up in some of these moments here. Facts.
No printer.
Here we go, Vitality. I'm going to force my back of their own here. ENCE, this is a must convert. The same conversation we had with Vitality in the early stages. It's a difficult round. Deagles, smokes, and MP9 in the mix here as Spinx will be deploying a smoke towards connector here. This will slow the scaling down for Sampaius investigating towards middle. He's been able to bleed out some of that pesky utility within the early stages. You can see on the radar there's already 2 smokes from the CTs that have been deployed to block and slow ENCE. Taking their time with this default spread. Maden with a deep connector smoke at the ready. Window smoke from NertZ, and they will continue to comb forward with this mid control. The way they've postured forward so far, and quite telling of a B split. And Apex, one step ahead of this. If he can deal with Diha, that's a gun in his hands.
Yeah, he's been having a tough start. Is Diha going to clear his corners? His crosshair placement, brilliant. Didn't commit to the fight, though. He's cautious, and it costs him a big fine from Apex. The Deagle headshot could really start that house of cards to tumble, but instead...
Apex can flash from B apps.
Oh, maden playing with fire here. He's tagged up ZywOo, and the information is flowing. Now, Snappi with that flank. He's on the reload, and it leads to just the one.
And that might be it. Hold on to these guns. You've got a couple of upgrades available here. You get a MAC-10, you got an MP9, you've got the Galil. This is actually huge. Carry this through. You could be a whole lot more threatening in the next round of play here. Everybody can have an upgrade, right? You can drop the pistols that you picked up, so there will be Deagles, there will be SMGs, and there will be a rifle in the mix here. So not too bad for Vitality. That was very wobbly. Snappi, you could see the moment. He understood how much was on his plate. He was essentially winning the round right there in that moment and flubbed these lines. Diha as well, but I really respect Diha for the jiggle, baiting that fight and trying to get out. Right? If he committed and just died, that was good awareness of him of the problems. There's still the similar result, but ENCE have to do it the hard way. Very tough rounds here for ENCE. They know what they've lost, they know what they've given over. These are the moments on the stage you need to be able to convert here. Once more out towards mid, this time with a whole lot more bodies here. Aggression. Ooh. Apex already chunked on down, very low.
Yeah, but they are holding W. And now the ad walk to the mix. Early for ENCE to have this much territory. And it's better than now as maden sprays down Apex. ZywOo naded to half on the retrieval. Maybe Spinx's 5-7 can be deadly. And it is into 1. Diha will find flames, but it's Zywoo bringing another from the Galil. They've broken through. The site is theirs. Magisk with only the Desert Eagle and 2 to find, armored and equipped. They don't know where he is though. That uncertainty could lead to an isolated duel. Patience. The siege roll and destroys Diha with the Deeg. A one-on-one now, piecing it together, this puzzle. It's time sensitive. Bomb is ticking, no kid available. Snappi just by hiding. He's done enough. I think he's holding on. 9-9. The full 3-0 conversion off of that pistol. And now we get into the guns. I'm going to be intrigued to see what they do with the woo on that big green.
Right now, quick little technical timeout here, so we'll keep the particulars to the minimum. You can see headsets off, so we'll talk to you out there in the audience, I suppose. Tied up, 9-9. Who thinks Vitality are taking map number 1? Okay. Who thinks ENCE are going to upset and take Vitality's map pick? The Lanxess loves a bit of an underdog, apparently.
So many human beings here. It's so mind-boggling. And it's a testament to the beauty of this game, of this sport. And understanding that the players on this stage are something to behold. It's the same as the lads kicking the ball about on a Sunday, then sitting down to watch the very best do it. Once you've done it, you know just how good it is, how hard it can be. We're all running around having a go, but we can appreciate those that do it better.
Can we get closer up on that sign? I don't think the cameraman's quite framed that very well.
I see, You have to find them after this one.
I do love a bit of pandering. Goes a long way.
Yeah? I could paint myself black and white if you'd like. Eat some bamboo. That's pandering, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, in the zoo. There's one around the corner, actually.
There is, and I've never seen the red panda. Apparently there's a red panda there. Word on the street is headsets are on, so we can stop talking about
zoo animals.
Zoo animals, yeah. In a semi-final, we are fired. We are so fired.
Bit of a tangent there, but that's all right. We got to talk about anything other than what's going on in the server. Now headsets back on, focus back in, and you were talking about that Zywoo AWP. Well, guess what? Sampires has one as well.
Okay.
Gunner number 1, second half of play. Let's get this back underway.
Oh, they are setting up Sampires for that early angle. No one from Vitality will. And Spinx was doing a great ton of work from short side. So flash and go, run boost across and post it up. Spinx, first victim of the Sunpire Assault.
Felt like we've said that an awful lot in this map so far. That's going to be opening kill number 5 for Sunpire so far.
That stage buff Snappi reference, it seems very real.
And you saw how choreographed that play was as well. Boost up, look for the connector fight, flash, run boost. Well done to find the opener here, but you can see Zywoo and Apex, the Frenchman, together in arms, repositioning, looking to shut ENCE down before this can get out of control, and they have picked a pretty good position to take the fight.
Let's see how Maden clears this. I don't think he's ready for the angle. Apex, oh, deleted! Maden precise, and Zywoo's missed his chance. He's gonna get run down, close quarters. Still on the orb, still profiting. Looking to mantle up, he wants to bring the fight to them. He knows he's in hot water, and he boiled down another. Magisk rotates through, successful. We need one more from ENCE, but they're dropping like flies, swatted away by the defense. Bomb is lost, and Sunpire, despite the opener, is now the only man who can convert this round, and it's not looking good with 20 seconds. It's more a question of survival.
That's 2 openers. Maden gets the kill into Apex towards A ramp as well. So a 3-on-5 situation where ZywOo quite truly makes all the difference. He even missed his first shot with the flash that came out. As we saw him flub the jump. He couldn't even get on the box immediately, and ZywOo still makes this happen, and now he's setting his teammates up with some AKs. Here you go, boys. Get those upgrades through. So ZywOo staying alive, impactful kills, allowing Magisk to come on over and find 2 of his own. That's exactly what you want from ZywOo, and that's not an easy spot to find yourself with the AWP. Pinned down in the back of the side. That's the brilliance that you're looking for, and that's a round that ENCE are going to feel like they should have been able to convert here. They've had a couple of these now that are starting to mount. You think about the first half of play, 2 lighter investment rounds where Vitality had AKs and Deagles, and they picked them up through the lighter purchase of those $700 hand cannons. This time round, a 3-on-5 number disadvantage, and Vitality still pick it up.
Ooh, info, NertZ, he knows, and now the whole squad does too. D here and Snappi, they're ready! Oh no, they can lose them both, they do! Snappi's Tech 9 has given them some more weapons to work with. And a man advantage. For how long will remain to be seen.
Well, ZywOo's still alive, and we saw what just happened in the previous year. So if they go back into his domain, they're going to have a tough go of things here, but Spinx still alive as well. Apex calling the movement here. You can see them grouping up, wanting to stay active. If you get isolated, you don't want to be traded upon. They need to keep themselves moving. Either take a gamble and hope for a save, or stay active and look for a fight. Either way, ENCE haven't gotten their act together just yet. Probing now, together. The trio. Trifling through middle. Snappi. They want to allow him to play forward on low HP, to try and play for information here. That's a question, as Spinx has been set up for this. ZywOo came across, Apex ushered him up, and now they have information. So Vitality, even though they're a man down, they understand where the finish is likely to be here.
ENCE can't believe their luck. Nobody home. Now the smoke through. Apex will unload a full magazine into the smoke.
Need to get that bomb down.
ZywOo is still trying to disrupt. Now, he's thrown out a smoke that he can play around, push through, but instead I think it is just the warning shot.
Oh, not even going to go fishing here. Thought they might hang around, look for a kill, but fortified in this post-plant situation. You can see ENCE. They didn't even need to leer too far into the site. So in the previous round, the round they probably feel they should have won, we'll go back, tie things up 10-10. You can only run and hide and save for so many more rounds here, and that goes for both of these teams. Looking down the barrel of the home stretch here, and this is how it kicked off. The double play through underpass and Snappi's Tech 9. He has had an awful lot of impact here throughout this game, Snappi. Those 2 kills being converted into a round on the CT side. A clutch against Flamesy, a multi-kill or 2 over towards that B-bomb site. Not being exploited and standing up to the test. And if ENCE go up 1 map here, we go into Nuke. A map that Flamesy is yet to play under the Vitality banner. Questions will have to be asked, but first we got to get through map number 1. Will there be mid-aggression again? ZywOo's AWP looking to get posted this time around. Jumps out the window, drops down, takes the fight, doesn't hit the shot, and Sampayas, another opening kill for the Spanish AWP. Who's going to stop this man?
Definitely not ZywOo. Oh, and Spinx has got the angles. Wallbang through, connect, and now setting up his teammate. Setting up his countryman. To go for early answers. Will Diha be ready for this? Obscured by that HE smoke, and oh, they whiffed the flash. They were trying to get Flames pushing further. Now Sampayas has been called to aid. And Diha full blind, forced off, down to get the info, at least 1, if not 2.
But that info goes both ways. ENCE understand there's 2 players over towards B as well now. The fact that there was that re-aggress over towards B apartments, but they're not getting a move on. They're waiting to regroup. Magisk and Apex are here. Experience aplenty right now on A.
Oh, he just goes for it. Crouch peek out ramp, and NertZ is through. Finds the gap.
Could be another save here. The finances aren't there for Vitality. Lost bonus. Maybe 2,900 into the next.
Wow, Sampayas has started off another successful ENCE round.
It's kind of crazy. He's 6-1, been involved in 7 now. We're just going to continue that count because every time he seems to go and take some space, he's winning those fights. That was ZywOo who had the first shot. Unable to connect. Sampayas punishes him, and now it has to be another Vitality save here. So the reigning major champs, backs against the wall right now. There could be a flow in the game that's about to shift. If they save right now, they can drop some guns, sure, but it feels like they're delaying the inevitable here if ENCE keep finding openings like this.
And the individual performance of Snappi is something I want to keep tabs on. He's been at this a long time, Jaddy B. And now with the right pieces, with the talent he has in the ENCE ranks, he can be that puppet master pulling the strings. And a strong individual performance. You know, we were saying the same thing about Apex. We were, you know, preaching that individually, it's not always an expectation of an in-game leader. You've got another job, another task. But to be able to do both does need to be praised.
Third timeout for Vitality now.
They're feeling the pressure.
Yeah, Zonic's contributions on the mic. As mentioned, with the loss bonus, the drops are available here. ZywOo, unlikely to get an AWP out of this. And the pressure's starting to mount. They need to stop conceding a lot of these opening deaths that they're either forcing the fight with or giving up. Because right now, Vitality have only been able to boast one round on the CT side, and that was through the heroics of Magisk and ZywOo over towards that A site in a 3v5 disadvantage. That's a round that we frame from individuals, not team Counter-Strike, which as we returned from the break, was the highlight of Vitality in the first half of play.
They've got one round to boast on this CT half right now.
This is a change here. ENCE not going for the standard default spread, a bit more direct. Smoke on the stairs. And for Connector, well, either way, they're about to hit the go. Yeah, a couple of missed smokes, huh?
Oh, this waterfall now even more potent. They can hold their aim. Deep stairs smoke. Spinx, nothing to report upon first glance, and it seems like they're scrapping it.
Seen enough here, apparently, so I've called it off. Ooh, Snappi low now, and that's going to signal them completely reroute. But their bigger issue is the territory that they've given up throughout all of this. They have to drop back some util and try the same strategy yet again here, hopefully without missing the smokes this time round. So a bit of a mother's meeting from ENCE here as they put this one back together. They've given up about 55 seconds worth of time here.
The CTs don't have much in the way of util, just Apex with a belt full.
And Magisk, he's in the same position that went overlooked, that Snappi was able to mow them down from in that first half of play.
Here comes that storm of utility. And Spinx, he wants to be that first point man. Good damage. Finished by the nade of Apex, and they are now bleeding out.
Bottleneck now.
This is where Magisk should do his best work. With 30 seconds, they can't be as diligent. I say that. Sunpius, he's tagged him up through the box, and he finds his head as well. Open plant, takes it out. Spinx reveals himself upon the spray. It's still hanging up for debate. On the stairs, Diha and NertZ, they combine, but still not a guarantee with Flames' flank. He's now revealed himself. Snappi's gone. We need to see that plant with 14 seconds. Diha and NertZ. They will not get that bomb down! Oh no! Flamesy gives Vitality what they wanted. A second round on that CT side, but it's down to the one-on-one.
Kept his nerve there on the flank as well. He could have gone for that in multiple different ways, immediately contributes. First target on his screen makes that kill, understands the time, but twice the bomb was denied, could not go down. Apex stops it, ZywOo stops it, and that buys Vitality enough time to get the young stud in position to win a 1v1. This time, will convert it against Diha. The pole falls here, and Apex loves the look of that. Just keeping their head above water right now, Vitality, and they forced a second time out of ENCE here. You saw they were flustered and flubbed some of that key utility to start off that round. They've had a few of these, rounds where they've had these advantages, rounds they've worked awfully hard to get themselves in key positions. I thought Simple went home.
Impressive.
Good job, Sasha.
No Na'Vi in Cologne. This is just a testament to how competitive of a field we have in Counter-Strike right now.
Well, let's take a quick look as we got this technical timeout here. Back down the, well, havoc that Sunpius has been able to throw down range here against Vitality. He's looked very calm in a lot of these moments, and he has delivered time and time again. So Sunpius going great guns here. The Spanish AWPer we mentioned. He's the only player on ENCE who knows what it feels like to play on this stage. Movistar Riders last year, Spanish Counter-Strike was on the map. Sunpius, the man in the sunlight.
And then they got gutted from all of their talent.
And they've never really returned to that same form, but Spinx has found himself in greener pastures here. A key component of ENCE changing their tune in World Counter-Strike, but we're back underway, 11-11.
Does he really get away with it again? Spam through the smoke, but still looking for trouble.
Boy.
A missed shot. Speculative spam from Apex doesn't quite find its mark.
The Matrix there, dodging bullets he can't even see. Setting at the ready here, this is a different look on the CT side. You can see Flamesy's position. We know that he's normally on the other side of the map here, so keep that in the back of your mind, facilitated by the AWP line that ZywOo currently holds.
So much at stake now. Oh, Apex, he's now been whittled away and finished off by the Pious. Big from Flamesy. Limited on the FAMAS and still finds Snappi. They are coming for him. Up the ladder, he gets another! Flamesy comes alive! Now what can you do, Diha? What have you got for us today? Now with 50 seconds and the bomb on his back, he has to be conservative and look at the cut of the noise.
The audibles, or the lack thereof. Vitality. Calling themselves out of position here. Senpai is still posted and at the ready, searching now. Diha does not want to move a muscle until his AWP is close enough to contribute. 30 seconds left on the clock and they will have to start making some decisions here. Diha really has no support.
With no kit, does this round just end?
They're going to investigate now, starting to spring to life here. ZywOo and Spinx in combination, but they have to get through both of them here. This is not going to be easy. They have to run the gauntlet if they want to get towards this site.
Yeah, it would take Spinx. And Senpai doesn't seem to think so. ZywOo alone. And Senpai is unprepared for him. Wasn't expecting them both, so the Woo's got a little bit of a chance to have a look in if he can find him immediately. You can see his brain whirring into action, but it's Diha position to close it out for ENCE. An important one, considering the finances of Vitality, humbled.
Ooh. Yeah, and right there, Diha running to try and pick up the AWP was unable to get it, which means Senpai, who's been finding openings on the big green, might not have his weapon of choice here. Now, you're speaking about the finances of Vitality. Maybe the understanding from ENCE will be we can take a little bit of a cheaper investment here and get it out for him in the next, because Senpai has been instrumental for this team on Mirage. He's averaged 26 kills per map on Mirage when they've been playing it in this event, and NertZ, on the other hand, 28 kills per map on average. ZywOo!
Okay, ZywOo's come to play. He's even got maden in his scopes as well, with just the Deagle 2 down. He only brought this in. The whole squad's looking for trouble. maden needs a reload. They're running him down. This is scary, very scary for maden. As he's supported a little, lives on, holds on, gets another, and bailed out by his team. But Flames, hold your horses. maden just about gets away with that one. Triple from him. But ZywOo set them up with something.
Yeah, ZywOo almost happened there, didn't he? You could see how much pressure maden was under. Snappi bailed them out, and the key that Snappi got there was a whole lot of information. So let's watch this one again. The first is brilliant. The fact that he has the poise to line up the second, beautiful work there. maden under so much pressure, just trying to stay alive, hunker down. Kill after kill, does find the final. And ENCE now 3 rounds away as the eyebrows are raised. A smile on the face. They get away with bloody murder there.
Boy, it did look like things were about to be, disastrous.
Last time out here, Vitality have called it. The pressure is on. ENCE have got Vitality right where they want them. No more 30-second breathers here from Coach on the screen, Zonic. He needs the team now to pull up their socks. Reigning major champs. There's experience in the ranks here. Magisk, Apex, ZywOo. These guys have been in this environment plenty of damn times, and you compare to ENCE, well, it pales in comparison, but right now, ENCE, we've been talking about how they've looked calm, they've looked controlled. Can they contain that energy now as they are so close to upsetting Vitality on their map pick?
Early aggressions from the CT side. They like the way that previous round felt, but maden gets the information and he actually takes the fight, takes the head! And ZywOo responds. That Snappi swings through, a missed shot, maybe punish, and it's Diha with the double! Magisk, feeling the pressure, still snaps to find Diha. He's making it a bit more competitive as he's advancing through, eats the flashbang, but pushing forward, maybe overlooks, and Pious has got him. He puts it all onto Spinx. daring them. Or spamming them. There's no way. Maden should have this round secure, but Spinx, he's going through the calculations. Smoke should cover. And there's the swing he was waiting for, Spinx! Smoke isn't great, no kit available, Maden. Can you hold your nerve with only 8 bullets? A pacifist clutch. A nice attempt from Spinx, no doubt about it, but the time against him. ENCE 2 rounds away from converting Mirage. And this is a Vitality pick, make no mistake. ENCE, this is exactly how they saw it going down. They visualized it, and now they're looking to manifest.
And now there's multiple options for Vitality here. You save 1 rifle, your money with the max loss bonus in play. You can half invest or you can go all in, you can shove. Everybody can buy what they can. You try and keep this as tight as possible. You know the finances for ENCE are not out of control here. You can put a stop to this. You just need 1 round, and they've gone all in. The shove from Vitality here.
Ooh, okay, their hopes and dreams of taking their map pick hang in the balance of round 26. Nade looks great, NertZ swallows it. And Spinx, his countryman, has got him in his sights. Apex wants to run him down. They want to isolate this duel. They're keeping him pinned. Can anyone bail him out? Oh, Sampaius caught out, and it could be 2, should be 2. Sampaius gone. And the round surely to follow. Vitality! I've got it! Their hopes and dreams live on with limited money, but the frags come through.
You see a scout in play there, and they still make this one work. The FAMAS finding impact as well, and we can see immediately the ramifications. They knew the ENCE, they weren't swelling, there wasn't cash in the coffers here for another strong buy. And right now, Vitality have an opportunity to tie things back up. ENCE are the ones to take a timeout. Took 30-second breather right now. You saw this go down, isolating the Orba, who has been fantastic in the opening exchanges. He was 7-1 up until that round. Gave up his 2nd death in an opening exchange, and Zonic gets another chance. With some fighting words, they know they have ENCE right where they want them here to snatch this one away at the death knock.
Right at the end of the map. It would have been a putt to convert had they taken round 26, but Vitality say it's not going to be that easy. He has spoken. And if you're peckish, hit him up. I heard he can feed the 5,000. How about 10,000 in the Lanxess? And I'm hungry to see more, as it's going to be limited. But ENCE pedal to the metal. NertZ tries to trifle with Apex on the spray. That recovered AK profits, and now more built upon it. Spinx goes wide, and D has gone.
That's essentially 14-14 right now. A 3v5 situation. This is just the pistols. They're already being poked and prodded. They need to get these AKs back, but both of them scattered on catwalk. There's no smoke anymore to deal with this. And in the next round, ENCE are going to have to take an eco.
It's a deflating feeling, isn't it? Round just begun. You're going to try and recover, and ooh, threatening. Maden spotted out.
You would need a masterclass from an individual on ENCE here to try and pull this one off. Vitality, after a 2-man advantage, have dropped back perfectly. They're playing the numbers, they're playing the time. They're even playing for info. Vitality are going to have a very good idea where they should be expecting the finish here from ENCE.
Magisk, his position noted, and missed shot out of the deagle. Rifle down, Magisk. Takes another step in the right direction. Would love a bomb plant, but the spam onto Snappi reveals Apex as he will bring home 13. A 1-round game now. Well, why don't you answer the question for him, Lanxess? Should he cheer for Snappi? And how about Magisk? Oh, it's changed, Chad. They want to see Vitality recover. And right now, you called it, 14-14 is a guarantee as this Glock snake slithers towards the A site.
Just Magisk here. If they're overrunning, they could get a plant. That would be a bonus right now.
Already through. Got a lot to deal with, and they are planting, but all of that leads to a plant. Magisk with 4. But he still kind of feels a bit robbed on that one.
You're going to take that if you're ENCE. You're going to take that every damn day of the week. Sure, it looks great. Sure, Magisk is the one that gets all the celebrations. But there, if you're Snappi, you're happy that the bomb goes down. You're happy to get some residual cash here. A little bit of extra money coming into that bank balance. It will allow some luxuries for round number 29. There's money now for Vitality for back-to-back purchases. They lose this one, it's all good. They can buy again. Whereas ENCE, they're going to have to do this the hard way, getting broken late in this. A plan essential here again if they want to make sure they can buy for round 30. But who's going to reach 15 first? Vitality have changed the tide of this, and so has Apex. Impact within the first half was a bit quiet here, but now showing up when it matters most.
No early window smoke. CT incendiary.
And no Senpai's AWP here. He's been a key to the opening frags.
That's a good point. Limited. On the AK-47.
Very standard here of a default spread. You see towards B, they have to worry about these info plays. Spinx and Flamesy have shown in their short time together on this map that they do like to play forward. They do like to set each other up for these fights to deal with either that isolated position or the information that could follow. So you have to cast a wide net if you're ENCE here to make sure that these aggressive maneuvers can't take away your map control.
And that's a well-placed nade. Snappi catches it. Good read of the situation from Mr. Magisk. Delay util. Molly spreads across the ramp and time continues to tick. It waits for no one. Club nade, no problem. Magisk still poised with his AK. He wants to stand and bang, and Senpai's greets him. ZywOo, we saw what he can do on this position. Hard to put away. Final commitment, 30 seconds. Who will find 15 first? They need to get past the Woo. On to Senpai's. A second now from ZywOo. Diha trying to punch in the code. Oh, NertZ goes insane! Two in quick succession puts Vitality on the back foot. Hard to claw back now, but Diha down. Maybe Spinx has something more to say. Investigating, he heard you, Flamesy on the retake. Spinx from CT. Bomb ticking away. Kits are present. Issues are plenty, still can't seem to find them. And it's NertZ that strikes first from the Palace position. Spinx, oh, he snaps into him, but the time on Snappi's side, and 15! It should be ENCE's! Snappi confirms it! And that's gotta feel good! NertZ bails them out of trouble when they needed him most.
He just showed up in a big way. NertZ has been, for his standards on Mirage throughout this tournament, well under what he has delivered. But this right here, this could be the difference maker. Two massive kills, taking ZywOo's AWP out of the equation. A third contribution onto Flamesy, setting his in-game leader up for a one-on-one to put it in. And finally a bit of life out of ENCE. Just one more round as Snappi's won yet another clutch here. 33 years young, this in-game leader doing it on the big stage here in the LANXES for the first time. And he's got a bone to pick, he's got something to prove.
Many a Cologne year passing by, watching from the sidelines. His first LANXES appearance. And Snappi has the opportunity now to make the call. Make the call that takes Vitality's pick away in this semi-final affair. In a sold-out stadium, no less.
They've got to do it the hard way. Vitality with a full buy. Everything they'd hoped for here to defend their honor and take us to overtime.
What
and then doing it in ENCE style. Fast in towards A. No stop.
This is the ENCE we know and love. Just charging straight into the site. Already the bomb going down. They're about to halve the operational time. The round has only just begun, but it may be over. For Vitality. Flamesy over the smoke. Good onto maden. No response. Return to the equilibrium. A smoke to facilitate a push. Senpai identifies and frags into one. Quick trade back. ZywOo still in the server. He's spotted. Oh! It's Flamesy to cover. Overtime. Up for debate. Snappi refuses to quit. It has to be Snappi. It has to be. Snappi secures it. And the first map is theirs. A first taste of victory in the LANXES.